Wolfgang. Say hello, Wolfgang. Hey, thanks. Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I can see the guys, they're getting a bit tired now. And I thought I'd speak to you a bit on simplicity and complexity and just put it more into perspective for you. Are you good with that? Yeah? Great. So, let's talk about this. My speciality is complexity thinking and talking about the simple things in life. And now, you've heard the campaign, Simply Better Trucks, but there's 3 elements. Oh, don't take photos. My wife thinks I'm in Durban. Right, so there are 3 elements. You want to have better service, you want to have more value for money, you want to be more reliable. So how do you put this across in a simple way? Now I thought this is a really simple way to do this. What I have is a tube with 4 pom-poms. And most things in life are linearly connected. So simply we start over here. We offer a better service, right? The next point is you want the more value for money, right? And the third point, support as well. All that. So it all makes kind of sense. Are you with me? Yes? You can understand it. But now, of course, corporate comes in and says, no, you've got to connect it different ways because we need actually from there to there, we need flexibility. Then we need integration. Then we need correlation. Then we need communication. And it starts getting connected in all ways that you get completely complex and confused. You don't know how the thing interconnected. And in fact, when they go back and research, there's no connections anywhere. It's just confusing. So simplicity is important in life. And am I losing you? You're looking at me like you didn't expect that, did you? Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where complexity has taken over. We even subconsciously, we look at the complex solution. We don't go back to basics. And I want to prove this to you. I want to show an example with one of these souvenir bags. You pick these up at the airports. I take it, most of you flew in, yeah? What an experience on the plane. I flew in from Frankfurt, and this thing takes off from Frankfurt. We reach cruising altitude, and the captain comes on. Ja, guten Morgen, meine Damen und Herren. German Lufthansa, yeah? Okay? And we've reached cruising altitude, and we're, wah! And suddenly everybody goes dead quiet. Put yourself in that position. We were in shock. How do they say that? In sport geweest. And like 2 seconds later, the captain comes on the intercom. He says, I apologize for that outburst, ladies and gentlemen, but as I started the announcement, the stewardess walked into the cockpit with a cup of coffee. She tripped, it spilled, it landed on my lap, hence the wah! You should see what the front of my pants looks like. And there was a South African guy, 3 seats behind me, that shouted out, that's nuts, you should check what the back of mine looks like. Put yourself in that position. And I was fortunate, I was upgraded to business class. Have you ever flown business class? It's really lonely, they've got silver cutlery there. I don't even have that at home. Now I have. And anyway, so this I heard Jasper speaking about customer service, and I mean customer service on the airlines, they don't know what it is. The stewardess came up to me and said, "Sir, would you like some breakfast?" I said, "What are my choices?" He said, "Yes or no." That's a true story. Okay. So these are the souvenir bags that you pick up at the airport, right? So I'm just going to take some water, I'm going to pour some water in there. Can you see it going in? Do you agree that in a few seconds' time, the water will seep through the bottom of the bag? But it's a good quality bag, it takes a while. Of course, if you turn the bag over, nothing comes out. And everyone looks at this and go, how did he do that? And they think of complex explanations. How often have you sat in meetings, there's the problem, 6 months later you have the solution, you go, we should have thought of it straight away. We're too technically advanced in our thinking. We've got to go back to basics for the customer as well. You all know how this works, you just forgot because you think too complex. Would you like me to show you and remind you of the simple solution of how it works? It's really easy, there's a nappy inside. Okay? You didn't see that coming, did you? Right, okay. So it's the easy stuff in life that's important. Good. We've set a foundation, a base level, I can carry on from this now. It's going to be a long afternoon, right? And I mean, I also find that what happens is you get, these Rubik's Cubes, this is what must be one of the most complex things that there is. And then if you try and figure these things out, in fact, you'll get people that come in and take over a business and they'll move everything around. They'll take over a department, and what do we say? We said you need more value, you need better service, you need to have good benefits for the people, and suddenly you can solve the equation like that. You see, Am I too fast for you? You've got to concentrate. I ask questions afterwards. Right? So let's put into perspective this reliability, this value for money, and the right service. So what I've done is I've found 3 pieces of rope, and you have my word, these are normal pieces of rope like you find in any bedroom. Okay? So what I've heard about the truck business is true. Right, okay. You will also notice that what I've done, I've measured these 3 pieces of rope according to different body parts of mine. Okay? And these also represent, like the 3 values. Let's say some people might place more importance on reliability. Other people say, no, we've got to put more importance on value for money, and some people maybe lesser on service and better service, but everything's actually equal. Now, before I start, oh, by the way, I can see you wondering which body parts. This is from the floor to under my arm, right? This is, of course, my arm. And this is my foot. Okay, right, let's just clarify that. So, your favorite part of my lecture, I will walk into the audience now, you can touch me. Okay, and I've got to just check that out for me. If that's a normal piece of rubber, it doesn't stretch. Yeah, if you do that, check it inch for inch. Right? If that's an inch, you have no problems. Okay, and if you check now, is that all normal? Yeah? So you're happy. So these are, now again, my speciality is, I am your keynote speaker tomorrow, by the way, so this is a slight introduction to me. I try and add in a different element to make the principle or message come across quite strongly. Now, in life, whether you're a dealership, and maybe you think you're a small dealership, or a medium or large one, and all our values, from the outside, just remember that the customer never sees these things as different levels of importance. One customer may see reliability is important, another one may see after-sale service is more important. At the end of the day, everything is to you of equal importance. It's very important to realize that. You're going quiet on me again. And it's not just that everything is of equal importance, but at the end of the day, that FUSO brand is not seen in its individual sections. It's seen as one entire brand. So from the outside, the customers, no matter what you do, who you are, everything influences everyone else, and you are all together one FUSO brand. Very important to understand that. Any questions at this point? Right. So let's take it another step further. I want to see you later on. I'm going to enjoy this conference. You've completely sold me. I don't know where I was. I used to be a masochist. I gave it up. I was enjoying it too much. Anyway, right. Reliability, very important. With reliability comes trust. And once you build trust, really, all your future predictions, your plans, how many trucks you want to sell, that can all happen if you're building that trust. And I want to just bring across the message of trust for you, and I need a volunteer. He said he'd be here this morning. I need anyone just to come up and assist me. I'm not going to embarrass you. You can even do it down here. We have someone, and it's amazing, everyone turns around. I can still see you. Do we have a volunteer? No? And check everyone. Where's the what? The lady? No, we don't want a lady for this. This evening I'm doing something for you. Okay. But the gentleman next to there we go. Now, round of applause there. Hello, sir. What's your name? Dan. Good memory. Okay, Dan. Right over here. Now, Dan, just face the audience. You're in show business. Okay, Dan. I want to try and experiment with you. I'm not here to play the fool, to embarrass you. We've never met before. I want to try and build up a customer relationship with you, and I want you to think that I'm reliable, and I want to build up trust with you. So how do we do that? So the coffee break, we've got 2 coffee cups. Happy with that, right? I'm going to just take some water, and I'll pour some water into there like that, into there like that. Are you happy? Both are full of water, yes? Right. Would you take the one, hold it on your head like this? Okay, now this, I'm going to demonstrate, and then you're going to do. So I'll demonstrate first. So I'm not going to expect you to do something I don't do. That's how we build up trust. You can see I'm a reliable person. Okay, in a few seconds I'll demo. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and count to 10. And when you count to 10, you're going to turn around. Say 1, 2, 3, 4 with your eyes closed. That will be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When you reach that, you just tap the cup twice on your head like that. So face the front, close your eyes, count to 10 and do the revolution. Close your eyes and now count to 10 and turn around. Right, okay, great, right. Now, open your eyes, tap the cup twice. Now here comes the trust factor, look at me, is you do this. How much do you trust me? Come on, you want to build up the future relationship. Just turn it. Give it! Thank you so much. Do you see what trust achieves? Amazing, okay. Right, can we take it one step further? We'll take it one step further, good. So, what's that? Somebody's making. Right, so what I want you to do, I want each and every one of you to think of any number between 34 and 100. Just think of a number between 34 and 100. If I ask you to shout out a number loudly, and I take the first number I hear, a lot of you are going to say, I waited until I heard a number. Some of you are going to say, it's a plot, it's a shill. So I have to convince you the number I get is random. I could not have known this beforehand. So I'm going to roll this into a ball. If I can ask you to hold that. Now in a few seconds time, I'm going to ask you to throw it to anyone you want to. So you throw it once, that person catches it. They throw it again and again. So the third person to catch this paper ball in this room is totally random. I have no control over that. And then they can think of a number between 34 and 100. Would you be happy with this? Right, so throw it the first time. Oops, sorry to wake you there. Okay. And the second time to anyone else. Right. Back to the beginning. And by the way, before you throw it again, is there anyone called Philip? Yeah. I found your screwdriver. And now the third time to anyone else. Oh, right on that end. Okay, so you've got it. Hand up, you've got it, right? So just think of the number. Don't say anything yet. I have over here a portable handheld communications inscriber. Complex, a pen for short, simple. Right? It's a permanent marker, I know, so it says on here. I know it's rubber. Okay, I'm going to openly draw, 16 blocks like that. There we go. That reminds me, how do you play Iraqi bingo? B52, F12. You have a number in your mind between 34 and 100. Let me move this more back so that you can all see this clearly. For the first time, shout the number out loudly now.
56.
Sorry?
56.
56, 56. Okay? So 56, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write some numbers over here while I'm talking to you. And I want you to bear in mind, I'm doing this as I'm chatting to you, which makes the whole thing a lot more difficult. You agree that took about 7, 8 seconds. Now if we add the numbers up, you could have said any number, you said 56. The top row, 7, 12 is 19, 1 is 20, and 36 is 56, your number. The second row, 11 and 8 is 19, 2 is 21, 35 is 56, your number. That row 5 and 10, 15, 18, that's 56, 9, 6, 15, 19, that's 56. If that doesn't freak you out, I can do it vertically. 4 and 9 is, that's 9, that's 20, that's 56. 1 and 8 is 9, 56, 6 and 3 is 9, 21, 56, that way. If you're not freaked out yet, we can do it diagonally. 9 and 3 is 12 and 8 is 20 and 36 is 56. This way, 4 and 10 is 14, 7 is 21 and 35 is 56. If that doesn't freak you out, the numbers in each corner. Look, 4 and 9 is 13 and 7 is 20. 36 is 56. Even the numbers in the middle, 8 and 10 is 18 and 6 is 21, 35 is 56. In fact, each quarter, 5, I'm going to do this until you guys start clapping. So if you play the numbers right, reliability, value for money, service, the numbers have got to work out. As simple as that. You got it? Right. So we've got a new brand campaign for you, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back, relax, and watch our new video. By the way, do you know the story of the magician on a cruise liner? When you work on a cruise ship, you
get a 6-month contract, and every week or 10 days the passengers change, and you repeat the same few shows. And on this one ship, the captain had a parrot, a very clever bird, watched all the shows. And after 3 months of watching the magician over and over, the parrot had sussed out how all the tricks work. So after 3 months, the magician's on stage doing the show, the parrot's in the back, it's up your sleeve. It's a mirror. He was really upset, he couldn't do anything. It's the captain's bird. And I can't say that in Afrikaans. So 4 months into the cruise, one night, the ship hits a rock and it sinks. And amongst the survivors, the magician and his papagai, on the south of plankie floating through the ocean. The magician sat there and the parrot sat there. For 4 days, they floated the ocean. The parrot says nothing, just checks the magician out. Morning of the 5th day, the parrot pipes up. I give up, where's the ship? You guys really don't get out anymore. So while I was distracting you, I want you to tell me, what did I put into my jacket pocket? Was it the ends or the middle?
The middle.
The ends or the middle?
The middle.
Just make sure, oh damn, sorry. The ends or the middle? I see, you're not watching properly. This piece of rope has got no ends, and that happens to me every time I do the trick. But I'm prepared for an emergency, because for an emergency I have a spare set of ends over here. Okay? And all you do is you just place them on the rope and you just blow, and they come apart like that. Now, I'm going to... Don't stop. I've got a weekend. I'm going to tie the ends together. The reason, I'm so glad you guys are younger. I didn't know, I did a show in the old age home the other day, and they put a spotlight on, and everybody got up and started moving towards it. So it's really nice to have a younger crowd.